I played alto in the 8th grade. We had a stage band. The high school, I went to a private school, church school, Lutheran school, and it only went to the 8th grade, and then we had to go to high school. And the band director from the high school, public school, encouraged our school to start just as a little, it's like a farm team, get us started so that maybe we'd do marching band in high school. And so I signed up, and I thought, I just always thought saxophone was really cool. And so they let me play alto, and it didn't take.
Don't worry. Something did take. You're okay.
Oh, man. See, he's a good professor. That's what he is. Just keep encouraging them, and maybe they'll get better. That's what he's thinking. High school, gosh, high school doesn't seem like that long ago to me, but it was. I graduated in 1975, and it was gosh, maybe a week or two after graduation. A bunch of us were at the VFW Hall in Tomball, Texas. Every other Saturday night, a local band called the Outcasts. They played all the country hits, and then a couple of times a night they would play some rock and roll, just for the closeted hippies that were there. But every one weekend they would be at the VFW Hall in Tomball, and then the next weekend they'd be at a place that was known colloquially as Tin Hall in Cypress, Texas. Now, Tin Hall was not the official name of the place, but it was made all out of corrugated tin, and that's what people called it. But the real name of the place was the Cypress Gun and Rifle Club, and who wouldn't want to go to a place like that on a Saturday night to, drink beer and eat pig? And so we would go wherever the Outcasts were playing, and that particular night was VFW Hall in Tomball. And I remember then, it was getting toward the end of the evening. The Outcasts were playing one of their big rock and roll numbers, Bachman Turner Overdrive's "Taking Care of Business," and they were taking care of. And I looked over. And against the wall, and it was dimly lit in there, but against the wall, and she was wearing a white top, and I could see her, was a friend of mine. It was just a classmate, nobody I dated, had no kind of relationship other than just being a classmate. And I hadn't danced all evening, and I thought, I started thinking about how, well, we may never, all of us from the class, might be a long time before we see each other. And so I walked over, her name was Loa Ann Morris. And I walked over to Loanne, and it was right toward the end of Taking Care of Business, and it was loud, and so I had to kind of raise my voice. So it was a little awkward, and I raised my voice to say "Lo," and just as I said, I was about to say, "Would you?" the song stopped, and it got quiet all of a sudden, and it was, bad effect. And so I sort of shouted at her, "Like to dance? Would you like to dance?" And I'll just never forget what she said to me. She looked like this and said, "No." I was, crushed, but I tried not to show it. And I went home that night and made up this song. Well, I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down, it's just too much living going all around. A man, he's out to see what he can see.
Well, I love the road and I love the air, and I don't worry, hell, I never care. I love my women sometimes, they love me. But I was got from the other, still don't know how. I didn't even like that town, this smells a stranger, why don't you just go on home? Well, I said, man, it's where I'm headed to, you couldn't stop, even knew what to do. And I left and I planned to go alone. But the road was long and the home was far, so I stopped off this little cowboy looking bar, walked on through the door, and she just smiled. Well, then along came a girl in a pretty white dress. She said, hi, bull riders do it best. I said, oh my God, what's your name? My name's Lyle. And I said, ooh, you got my heart. You've been back home, take the boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, you got my heart. You've been back home. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Now I looked at her and she looked at me, and I looked back and she looked back, and we went out together. Oh, her eyes were bright just like the stars, but she drove a pickup, said she hated cars. She loved to ride around out at the door. And I said, ooh, that's my heart. You bet that take the boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, that's my heart. You bet that I can't be no cowgirl paradise. She did it, I'll never know, but it's been maybe 20 years or so. She cooks us up and I try to pay her down. But I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down. There's just too much living going all around. But I can't figure out quite where it went. And I think, ooh, you got my heart. You bet that woman, take the boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, you got my heart. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Said I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Said I can't be no cowgirl paradise.